Today's lesson, problem solving, will use reasoning to solve problems. This is the sixth lesson in topic 2 of fourth grade Envision. The guiding question for this lesson is, how can reasoning help you to solve difficult problems? There is no new vocabulary for this lesson, but instead we will remember the problem-solving process and its steps. You will need to remember these steps to work on the independent problems. Let's begin with the problem-based interactive learning. You're going to complete this one in box 2 of your homework sheet. You may pause the video now. Let's begin. Nolan has collected 14 baseball cards, including cards from Astros, the Rangers, and the Titans. He has 3 Astro cards, 5 fewer Titan cards than Ranger cards. How many of each kind of card is in Nolan's collection? So this is what it looks like if you were going to work with the problem-solving process. If you have the sheet, you could copy down the information just like this. If you don't have the sheet, then you can either make the boxes on a piece of lined paper, or you could just follow the steps. Once you know the steps, you can use the steps for every problem that you're working with. So let's begin by applying the steps to our problem. The first thing that we will need to do is that we will need to find the question in the problem. And so that's step 1. Step 1 is, what do you need to find? How many of each kind of card is in Nolan's collection? So that's our question. How many of each kind of card is in Nolan's collection? Okay, so that's my question. And that's what I need to find. How many of each kind of card right there. The next step, which is step 2, is I will need to find the information that I know. What do I know based on the problem? So I'm showing you how to think through the problem. Okay, I know that there are 14 baseball cards. I'm going to write BB for baseball. When I'm doing this, I don't need to write a whole bunch of words, so I'm going to shorten it. Including, I know he has Astros, Rangers, and Titans. So I'm going to write those down. And as you can see, I underline it as I go. Astros, Rangers, and Titans. Okay, it says he has 3 Astro cards. So I'm going to write 3 next to Astros. 5 fewer Titan cards than Ranger cards. Well, that doesn't really tell me that the Titans have 5. It says 5 fewer, which means whatever the Rangers have, the Titans have 5 less. So I'm going to write that down here. 5 fewer. So this is a W. Titans. Than the Rangers. Okay. So now that I've listed my information and pulled it out of the problem, I have to make a decision, which is step 3, about the strategy that I'm going to use. Well, I'm going to try a simpler problem because I think if I break this into a couple smaller problems, it will be easier to work with. And then I'm going to use reasoning to help me solve this problem, which means I have to think about the information and I have to think about it step by step as I'm working through those simpler problems. Now you can use more than one strategy, or you can try one, and if it doesn't work, you can try something else, like drawing a picture. You can do that, or acting it out, which means you're using counters or objects to solve the problem. And like I said, more than one strategy will be able to work depending on which one works best for you. So let's see what this looks like with the next step. So here's my problem solving sheet. We already identified the question, which is how many of each kind of card is in Nolan's collection. So that's what we need to find. We listed the information that we pulled out of the problem. We identified our strategies that we are using, which are the simpler problem and using reasoning. So that was step 1, 2, and 3. Now we are in step 4, which is show the problem. Well, if I look at my problem solving sheet and the information, I know that I can take away the 3 Astro cards from the total and find out what's left. So 3 from 14 is 11. So I have 11 cards left over after I take out the Astros, which leaves me with figuring out which one has 5 fewer. So what I need to do is I need to find out all the basic facts that equal 11. So let's see, I'm going to start with 1. 1 plus what number equals 11? 1 plus 10 equals 11. Is 1 5 fewer than 10? No, it's 9 fewer, so it's not that one. Let's try 2. 2 plus 9 is 2. 5 fewer than 9? No, it's 7. So it's not that one. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at which of the first numbers is 5 fewer than the second number. Let's try 3. 3 and 5. I'm sorry, 3 and 8. Is 3 5 fewer than 8? Yes, it is. So I think this one is our answer, but let's keep looking. 4 plus 7. Is 4 5 fewer than 7? No, it's 3 fewer, so it's not that one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 plus 6. Is 5 3 fewer than 6? No, it's 1 fewer. So it's not that one either. So let's see if we have all the facts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so our answer is 3 plus 8. These are the two numbers that equal 11. So I'm going to list them over here, which is step 5. Okay, 5 fewer titans, which means titans are less. So this has to be titans. And as you can see, I'm thinking about the problem and the information as I'm going. So 3 titans and rangers are the greater number. So 8 rangers. And there are 3 Astros. Okay. And that's how you use the problem-solving process to help you solve difficult problems. Let's apply that process to another one. Find the number of each kind of stamp in the collection. Use counters. Ricardo has 9 stamps in all. He has 2 nation stamps and 3 more inventor stamps than flower stamps. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to underline the information I know. I know that even though there's not a question, the question is implied, which is how many of each kind of stamp is in Ricardo's collection. That's the question. Okay, now step 2. Pull out the information that I know. I know that he has 9 stamps in all. And of the 9 stamps, he has 2 nation stamps and 3 more inventor stamps than flower. So I'm going to put inventor here. And then flower stamps right next to it. And these are the two that I don't know. These are the two that I don't know. But what I do know is there's 3 more inventor than stamps. So 3 more. And I'm just going to use a capital I, inventor, than F, flower. I'm just going to make it a capital. Okay. So now I'm going on to step 3 is my strategy. I'm going to use simpler problem. Even though it says use counters, I'm going to choose a simpler problem because that works for me. And I'm going to choose reasoning. Okay, so those are my 2 strategies that I'm going to use. All right, so I'm going to work over here, step 4. So I'm going to begin by taking away the 2 nation stamps, which is the one I have, away from the 9. So 9 minus 2 is 7. So that leaves me with 7. So now I need to find all the addition facts that equal 7. I'm going to start with 1. 1 plus 6, 2 plus 5, 3 plus 4, and that's it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Which one of these is 2 more than the other? That would be, I'm sorry, 3 more than the other. So that would be 2 plus 5, because 2 plus 5, if I count from 2 to 5, it's 3 more. So that means that 3 more, inventor is the greater number. So because it's 3 more. So there are 5 inventor and 2 flower stamps. And we already know that there are 2 nation stamps. So I used the simpler problem in reasoning to help me solve this problem. So I followed the problem solving process, steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here's my solution, which is step 5. So now you're going to have a chance to apply this on your own to this problem in box 3 of your homework sheet. Be sure to use the problem solving process. And in box 4, think of a situation when you would need to use reasoning to help you solve a problem. Be sure to explain the situation and use specific examples to show how you would use reasoning. If you have any questions or concerns, please bring them to class tomorrow. That's all for now. Good night.